Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to kind of bring you sort of an discography era review. These are some things I've been doing kind of recently. I did this with Metallica, Black Sabbath. So today will be for Killswitch Engage, and the era of Killswitch Engage I will be reviewing is the Howard Jones era, when Howard Jones stepped in for the vocal lineup. And yeah, there's only been 3 albums with Howard Jones on vocals, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. Now, I think Killswitch Engage is just a really great band. Definitely one of the best metalcore bands to ever come around, and they were, of course, one of the pioneers. And I think that they're a necessity for anyone who listens to metalcore. So, with that being said, let's get into the 3 albums he was in, and let's talk about them a little bit. So it all started with The End of Heartache, which to me, great album. There's no really going wrong with it, and it's got a lot of great songs on it. Some songs I will skip here and there, but most of this album is really solid. I do like the first couple of tracks. And Rose of Sharon is, of course, a Killswitch Engage classic. Everyone should know this song. And it is, of course, a really great song. It is more on the melodic side. And, of course, everyone should know the title track as well. Very great song. And I think World Ablaze and Hope Is are those are the songs that I would consider underrated from this album. But yeah, End of Heartache has a lot of great songs on it. Maybe one of their best albums. But next up we got As Daylight Dies, which this might actually be my favorite album by Killswitch Engage. Definitely a really great release. It's got a lot of great songs on it. Like, of course, it has, the title track, the opening track, which I think is really good. Arms of Sorrow, definitely one of my favorite, tracks from these guys. It is more on the melodic side as well. It is more of a ballad, but I think it's excellent. Definitely a great song. I love listening to it. And of course, everyone should know My Curse, which is another fan favorite Killswitch Engage song. For You is another underrated song, I think. This is actually one I do return to here and there. Desperate Times is another great song as well. Definitely another one of my favorites. Yeah, As Daylight Dies has a lot of great stuff on it, and like I said, maybe my favorite Killswitch Engage album. But that's really hard to decide because they're all really good. And then, of course, we got the second self-titled Killswitch Engage album, which is, their debut album was the first self-titled, and then this one. The first self-titled was kind of like the self-titled with Jesse Leach, and like now they have a self-titled with Howard Jones. And I know that there were some people that said that this was their Killswitch Engage's weakest album, but I don't know if I would go as far to say that. It might be, I don't know, because it really is hard to decide, because this is definitely a really great album. Never Again, Starting Over, The Reckoning, and The Return. These are just outstanding tracks, of course. I don't know why there's a lot of people that say this is the weakest, but of course, since, I don't think Killswitch Engage has ever released a bad album, it really is hard to, say which one is their weakest. So this one might be their weakest, I don't know. But even if it was, that wouldn't say much, because it's still a fantastic album. Definitely great, and I think it is actually a great way to close off the Howard Jones chapter of this band. So yeah, the self-titled is a great album as well. So yeah, that's about it for the era review of Howard Jones and Killswitch Engage. I think he overall is a great vocalist. I may like him more than Jesse Leach, but I don't know. That's a really tough call, because I think Jesse Leach is pretty cool as well. And I know that Howard Jones will be reappearing with them on the next Killswitch Engage album, so that'll be interesting as well. So I do think Howard Jones is a really good vocalist. I would say that the first time I ever heard his vocals were actually on the Demon Hunter song Our Faces Fall Apart. He did feature in that song, and I like that song too. So yeah, very talented vocalist, and his era with Killswitch Engage is definitely something. And you know, this is an era of Killswitch Engage that people actually think of when they think of this band, and can't say I'd blame them either. Definitely a great era. What do you guys think? Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and take care.